Well, we have some breaking news right now out of Georgia. Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, the wife of the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, she's been diagnosed with dementia, according to a statement from the Carter family. And in that statement, in a line that strikes me very typical of the Carters and their family, they say that Rosalynn Carter continues to live happily at home with her husband, enjoying spring in Plains, Georgia, where they live, and visits with loved ones. Very typical, as I say, of that family, and we're lucky to have our ABC News senior national correspondent Steve Osunsami with us now. Steve, I know that you know the Carters pretty well. What are we learning? What do you make of it?
You know, the Carters are in the Carter Center are keeping their statement about her condition very limited, simply saying that she has dementia. I spoke with her and her husband, the president, I think about 2 years ago, and both of them were able to speak to me very clearly, and I think it was the last interview that they actually both did. It was on their 75th anniversary. But you could tell that, you know, she was just a hair slower than he was. And movement and just overall, you know, but they were both joking and talking, and we know that since then, you know, there have been a few health developments in the family. We know the president has entered at-home hospice care, but we also know, according to his grandson, that he has absolutely bounced back from what they thought were his final days at one point this spring. Now they are openly, this is coming from the family, openly talking about, you know, his next birthday in October. With Mrs. Carter, one of the things that I think is important to underline here is that she has been a leading mental health advocate for much of her life, starting in the Carter White House. She's tried very hard to start the conversation about, and she was one of the, long before we were openly talking about mental health in the way that we do today, she was leading the charge to treat mental health and to talk about mental health as if we would talk about any other human illness, to decrease the stigma, to encourage the conversation, and also encourage the conversation about caregivers, people who have to spend their lives caring often for parents or children who have mental health issues, and that was an important conversation that we needed to be having, not only in this country but across the world. And so today, as they share this information, that is continuing that work, Terry, that she has tried to do for so long.
Absolutely. Just part of so much of the legacy of this remarkable couple. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that. So 75 years, a couple of years ago, so 77 years they've been together, walking the walk of the Gospels, as they say, no question about it. Talk about that relationship, the two of them, as you've come to know them and know it, and the legacy that they are still sharing, as you point out in this statement, and the legacy that they give to the country.
Well, I can share that we know that they are still doing things together, going outside even together, taking visitors together. You know, I saw a post from one of their grandchildren who in the last month or two came to the house. I think it was he and his wife were juggling in front of them, and you could hear them in the background sort of laughing together. You know, I asked them a question I often ask about people whose relationships last that long, like, what's your secret? You know, what do you do? And also their longevity as well. Both of them told me at the time that they have a small drink every night, and I can't remember which drink was which, that they read the Bible together every day. You know, that they tried at the time to get some sort of physical exercise together every day. And so, you know, now that's been 2 years. You know, they've gotten a bit older, but, you know, their relationship, of course, is one to study. You look at their longevity, how they have supported each other through thick and thin, really sort of, living those wedding vows that many of us, have repeated. Truly being a shining example of making it through the fire. And again, this is a couple who is perhaps greater known for their work outside of the White House. And so it's just a remarkable relationship that, so many people are interested in because of their longevity and because of the great work that they've done together. And, and Rosalynn in particular, she absolutely made mental health an issue many years ago when she was First Lady.
What a story. What a love story. Steve Osunsami, thank you for bringing us up to date on this latest chapter. And we will, of course, continue to cover the Carters with Steve as they continue their journey.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.